Are you looking for the best walking pads? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best walking pads on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Goplus 2-in-1 Treadmill. It's hard to find a walking pad that checks every box. As you start looking for a model with speed, stability, durability, and add-on tech features, you're effectively shopping for a full-size treadmill. Still, what I like about the Goplus 2-in-1 Treadmill is that it offers most of these features, but it still comes in at just $300. For example, the motor's max speed of 7.5 miles per hour lets you break into a light jog if walking feels just a bit slow, and pop-up side rails improve stability. With a max weight capacity of 265 pounds, the design also accommodates different body shapes and sizes, and that's in spite of the fact that this walking pad can still slide under a desk if you'd like to use it while you work. With all that said, remember that this is a walking pad, so don't look at the motor's max speed and assume it'll be good for running. Yes, you can technically use it for running, but the platform isn't going to feel as stable at high speeds, and you run the risk of slipping off the back. Ultimately, I think the Goplus 2-in-1 Treadmill strikes a balance between price, weight capacity, stability, and speed range, and for that reason, it's my top pick. Number 2. Urevo Spacewalk Lite. By and large, walking pads are less expensive than full-size treadmills, which partially explains why they've become so popular in recent years. But if you're still shopping for a walking pad on a budget, consider the Urevo Spacewalk Lite. Because the walking pad itself weighs 45 pounds, you can easily move it from one room to the next or hide it out of sight. I also appreciate the fact that it comes with a remote, so you can change speed settings from your desk on the fly. With a max speed of 4 miles per hour, it's not the fastest walking pad on the market, but you'll still work up a sweat if you give it some time. The one gripe I have with this model is the fact that you can only change speed settings with a remote. There are no buttons or switches to be found on the walking pad itself. 99% of the time, this isn't an issue. But don't misplace the remote, and if it breaks, you have to contact support and jump through hoops to have the problem resolved. But at the end of the day, that isn't a deal breaker, which is why this makes for a compelling option at less than $200. Number 3. Walking Pad P1 Folding Treadmill. Walking pads are a popular choice because they take up such little space. But if you live in a small apartment or share a house with roommates, you might need an even smaller design like the Walking Pad P1. While it's already rather small, a hinge at the middle means it folds in half to save even more space, allowing you to store it under a bed or tuck it in a closet when it's not in use. And while that hinge might lead you to believe that it's less powerful in some way, the motor still tops out at 3.75 miles per hour and the weight capacity reaches 220 pounds, so this is as capable a walking pad as they come. My main concern is the hinge introduces a weakness and possible failure point. Like a folding smartphone, the hinge is designed to open and close a specific number of times, and over time, it may get weaker. In my research, I haven't found any long-term reviews that suggest it might fail, but it's something to consider if you'd like your walking pad to last for years to come. Otherwise, this is a great option that costs more for the folding feature, but in return, you save a bit of space. Number 4. Hexport Walking Pad with Removable Desk. While most walking pads slide underneath a standing desk, this model from Hexport integrates its workspace into the side rails, so no matter where you choose to walk, you've always got a desk at the ready. Handy if you want to use your laptop in a space that's separate from your home office. And because the height-adjustable desk attachment can be removed, you're not married to the design if you'd like to step away from work while you get some movement in. It has a maximum speed of 8 miles per hour, so you can engage in some light jogging after the workday. There's no assembly required, and a set of built-in wheels make moving its 84-pound frame to another spot relatively easily. The remote control wristband lets you switch between speeds, as well as increase your incline by up to 6%. It's worth noting that this model is equipped with built-in music speakers, but multiple customers say that the audio quality leaves a lot to be desired. However, many people who invest in at-home fitness equipment already have a preferred way of listening to music while working out, whether it's with wireless earbuds or a Bluetooth speaker, so this isn't a huge deal breaker. Number 5. Lacofy Walking Pad. With a top speed of 3.8 miles per hour and a relatively narrow walking platform, the Lacofy Walking Pad is an easy-going, compact option. But because it sports a 300-pound weight capacity, it's a solid choice for big and tall users who need a supportive, reliable design. A mobile app keeps track of your calories burned and time spent walking, so all you really have to do is put one foot in front of the other. While it's advertised as being incredibly quiet, which would make it ideal for those working from home, some reviews suggest the treadmill constantly beeps and the motor isn't as quiet as you might hope. That's not to say it's loud, but I wouldn't recommend investing in this walking pad, or any walking pad for that matter, under the assumption that it's whisper quiet. If that's not a deterrent, this is a great choice to help you sneak in a few extra steps each day or kickstart your fitness journey.